welcome to Roll Fair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, we will introduce ourselves. I'm Devin, the Dungeon Master.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Alton, the Tiefling Warlock.
I'm Brad playing Arden the Wizard.
I'm Kayla, playing Gaiji, the Tabaxi Pirate.
I'm Austin. I'm playing Sheru the Tortle.
I'm Ben, playing Reyna, the Human Ranger.
I'm Sarah. I'm playing Asar, the Fire Genasi Sorcerer.
Excellent. So last time, the party got ambushed, while also doing a little ambushing themselves, in some degree, and chained up a poor cleric. Tied up, rather. And then they beat the snot out of this ambushing party. And all while not getting any of their precious kudu scathed. So we're picking up from there, and Alton was looting the corpse. Well, not the corpse, but the
Tied up.
the tied up archer who gave them some grief.
Burned and whipped and frozen.
Hey, he's still on fire, right?
I'm
He's
guessing Rainer
stabilized.
put him out.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 21.
21.
Wow.
Okay. So as you look at him, you find a longbow, short bow, arrows. You find about 20 gold pieces. And besides that, nothing too crazy.
Okay, I'll grab the bows and arrows for Kaiji if she wants to pick through them, and I'll grab the gold.
Perfect. And what are the rest of you guys doing? You've got one tied up that's conscious, two tied up that aren't.
One's dead.
I'm going to try to haul this man back to our party.
Okay. I will not make you make a strength check. He's not super huge. So you start dragging him. His head bumps on some rocks every now and again, but
Which is difficult. I have a -1 in strength.
I will say you move him very slow.
I'm like
and you
rolling him.
Rainer and I get ours back well before you did.
10 feet a turn.
You see me just slowly struggling. Like I
Guys, do you want to go help the Sara? She seems to be struggling.
It's good character building.
In a minute.
Just gonna lay down and cry.
okay.
Well, this guy had 20 gold on him. Should we split that up?
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
are
You're
you?
splitting money.
Was there any money on him?
I'm
Somebody
trying to be
check
more
his
trustworthy
pockets.
for the group.
The one that I have tied up.
I got 6 gold for my guy.
He had only 4.
So we're up to
Up
40.
to 30 gold. We
I
haven't
can
checked
add.
the other one.
And the one that has been disemboweled.
That was 4.
That was
Yeah,
the
he had
4.
4.
So we haven't checked the one that Asar's got.
Whoever wants to can make an investigation check.
I'll do it.
I'm keeping an eye on the tied up guy.
Is he dead as well?
No, he was still breathing, and I just, you know how when you have a spider and you just can't quite do the finishing blow, someone else has to take him out.
So let me cast Firebolt.
Well, I mean,
No,
let's
I'm
figure
not.
out why they ambushed us and get some information.
Okay, conscience.
Just leave them all tied up out here or something.
Investigation.
I mean,
Bless.
that's
Does a
okay
plus
with me.
count? No.
Guidance. I'll give you guidance though.
Yeah, Bless would have run out at this point.
20.
Okay. As you ruffle through his pockets, you find also a longbow, some arrows, and then about 5 gold pieces.
He's got 5 gold, but not much else.
Okay, 35.
I'm at 35.
That's 5 each.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, here's the other 4. Then I got 5, and we're good.
Look, I planned that. And
We are in quite an interesting position because I feel like this is the first time we've ever left any of our enemies alive.
I know, this is
I
weird.
am so proud of us. This
Honestly,
is,
considering that, one of the specific things was kind of to not attack people, I think we actually did a good job trying to keep them alive.
yeah. So let's figure out what they want or what they were doing. I mean, they ambushed us. I'm assuming because of the hunt, but
Oh, and Kaiji, do you need these bows or these arrows or anything?
remind me, who was the first person who learned about the hunt?
It was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're looking at these people, the one that Asar spared is the one that you had the conversation with.
Wow.
Well, this is awkward. So they were definitely competitors. So I think the best thing we could do is leave them all tied to one another here in the woods, yes?
And leave some kudu meat with them. Maybe attract some predators. Maybe that's too mean.
No, that
Well, if we leave
I don't
them with
understand.
the
You
one-
go from, I'm so proud of you for sparing them, to, oh, let's tie them up and get them eaten by wolves.
I have ideas, and then I think I say my idea out loud. I'm like, that's probably not the proper thing to do.
Yeah, like I had the idea is we could make it look like Kudu killed them, but I guess we're not killing them.
They would be very weak hunters if Kudu killed them.
Well, it is against the rules to interfere with other hunters, correct?
They
Yeah, can we
interfered
get
with us.
some kind
Let's
of
br- let's-
reward for
Let's
turning
bring them in with us and tell the arbiters or whatever that.
Unless we get in trouble for killing one of them.
How do they know that who's telling the truth? It's their word against ours.
Because we
and
won.
Yeah, what if they say we attacked them?
yeah, and
there's-
stole their kudu.
There's spells for that. Zone of truth.
Do you have zone of truth?
Not prepared, but I mean,
Do
I
you?
mean, you saw how many paladins were there back in.
I'm sure
part of the
they've got
guard.
somebody
I'm
who
sure
has-
they've got someone who can handle it.
Is that what paladins do?
paladins can do it. Clerics can do it.
I could pretend to be their leader
Well, you're a
and tell
cleric
them.
and you can't do it, so I just
that
don't want to
we-
assume.
Give me a night's rest, and I'll have it prepared in the morning.
You don't have a night. You have to get it back tonight.
yes,
today.
yes.
I could pretend to be their leader and just accept all the crimes, and then we'll switch me out for them.
Aren't you- That could maybe.
I don't know.
I think that would work better with the Mr.
You can
Many
disguise
Faces.
as the druid right there. You just-
Yes, because he's dead.
Honestly, I think honesty is probably our best option here.
let's just
That's
bring.
never worked out for anyone in all of history.
It's worked out pretty well for me.
Oh, well,
I just
okay.
I don't look very trustworthy, so it doesn't
Well,
work
that's
very
that's why you have me and the SAR. And I don't know, the rest of you I guess aren't very trustworthy looking.
I don't know. They hurt. It hurts. So, can we take a rest? Maybe.
I mean, we can take a short rest.
Well,
and we have
what's-
Do we have time?
What time is
You have
it?
time.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably like
we were pretty fast.
you had
on our parts.
to get back by noon, or excuse me, by 3.
There was three.
And it's probably around 11 noon, somewhere between 11 and noon right
Just
now.
need to catch my breath.
And you're probably only about an hour away from Nalia.
Yes, but we have all of the kudus plus
Correct.
people.
With that, you would be pushing it, but I would say you probably still have time, assuming nothing goes wrong.
I mean,
Yeah,
if we can get
assuming
these
nothing
other
goes
fellows
wrong.
conscious, we can drag them along on their feet so we're not carrying more bodies.
Arden, since you're so hurt, I actually prepared a healing spell today.
Oh my, what a treat!
I'm gonna cast it twice.
I wonder if
healing
this is
word.
going to feel different than.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so two healing words and 14 HP extra. To you. 14 HP.
So 14?
Yes.
Wow, thank you. I'm almost 100%.
I still don't know. I mean, as long as you guys don't rely on me in healing. I saw Malika get swarmed by people, and I don't want to be swarmed by people.
Do I still have two
maybe I
arrows
do.
sticking out of my knees? Then?
I would say you've probably got it all squared away.
As a
It's in the
storyteller, I
bowl
assume
now.
that's what you want.
I mean,
You can't tell I'm waiting. My skin's red anyways.
But some ways it's just too much responsibility.
Your blood is the color of the skin. It blends right in.
He had the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
So what are you guys doing?
Let's take a short rest and let's talk to our new friends. Right?
Yeah, if we're going to do that, I'm going to,
could use a short rest.
drag and lay my guy that I've got tied up down conveniently in such a position that when he wakes, it's going to be facing the disemboweled entrails of his friend.
How thoughtful.
In fact, we could sit them all around the disemboweled friend, and then that will maybe intimidate them. I drag my guy over and he's like, "See this? If you don't go up,
He's struggling, and then all of a sudden he sees him and he just goes pale, as pale as he can, and he looks at his friend and he just goes still.
this is what happens when you mess with us. Now you will cooperate and answer our questions."
Okay. Go ahead and make an intimidation check or persuasion, whichever you prefer.
Well, considering.
I'll
I'm
just
just
do
sitting against the
intimidation.
Taking a nap.
3.
Do it with advantage.
That makes sense, though.
5.
That is so on brand
it
for
makes
sure.
sense.
So
Trying to say it with
looks,
a smile on your face.
he looks at his friend and then looks at you and back at his friend, and you just see this piercing gaze coming at you of hate and wrath.
Well, it's just rude.
I mean, they started it after all.
Rena, you're scary. You get to talk to him.
Oh gosh, I'm not very good at the intimidation thing.
Or I mean, Alton's
You're
also pretty
not?
scary looking.
I'm taking a nap.
I'm good at being a jerk.
Yeah, if we
It
can
usually
take an
gets
hour, then
people
I'm due.
more pissed off.
I'm resting.
Ah, I understand.
I mean, I could be cruel and make myself look like him and their friend that died, and
Ooh, that sounds weird and traumatizing.
maybe it would throw them off. But I need rest, so maybe not.
How long until the big one, the one you chased down wakes up, huh?
I could just slap him on the cheek.
I'm attempting a short rest if we ever get, if we can
You
get.
guys have time to do short rest. It's fine.
He looks
Well,
like-
depending on what they do to the. Yeah.
I think we're probably just letting the prisoners just stay tied up for now.
Yes.
After the short rest, we can interrogate them as we head back to the city.
I got firebolt ready just in case.
Well, if you're not gonna let me play with them, I guess I'll just find something else to play with. And I reach into my pouch and start playing with my dice.
Okay. Sounds good. Any other conversation that you guys try and have with these people?
Rainer said he was going to try to wake up his guy.
Yeah, just slap his cheek a couple times. Wake up, you little shit.
As you do that for a little while, he eventually stirs. He was probably like 20 minutes into the rest. And he just looks dazed and like he's got the worst hangover he's ever had.
Now, what in Juanabi made you think that this was a good idea?
He looks up at you. He's got like burns all along his face and his arms and some gash marks from your whip. And through blood-soaked teeth, he just spits a huge glob of, caked blood and spit into your face.
I've had worse.
It's true, he has.
Ooh, wait. I cast Suggestion on him.
Okay. What's the spell save on that?
Spell save is a Wisdom 14.
That's probably a fail, for sure. It's a natural one.
All right, so that's his activity. I say, answer this man's questions.
Okay.
And so he'll fall up to 8 hours as I concentrate on it.
Okay. Well, you got more kudu than we did. Bigger ones.
Did you think... Take a moment to think that we got bigger ones because we were better than you.
Care if you're better. We were after the prize money.
Well, maybe you should have thought that might have been an important factor before, you got your ass kicked and your friend got disemboweled.
You make a good point.
I do make a good point.
Wait,
Could have
I'm
made
sorry.
more points if you. But we decided to keep you alive.
Wasn't the prize money only 250 gold?
I mean, it's a
Yeah,
decent.
are they really
Plus a
that
boon
desperate
of
for the
machine
money?
goo.
Are we only worth 250 gold?
I mean, obviously, we're worth a bit more than that. This dead fellow over here will take at least, 1,000 gold to resurrect.
I think. Oh wait, no, he was a. Seems like he was a druid, but I think druids can do a reincarnate or something for like half price.
Not on himself after they're dead.
Yeah,
Half price Tuesdays.
He probably had to, be on the money with that, which they obviously weren't.
Also
You know,
not.
this was kind of fortuitous for us, though, because now we're building our brand of the Red Sands.
The sands are red.
Should we leave a calling card?
Well,
I think,
they're
I think
alive.
there's one on the ground.
For the calling card.
I mean, if you
spread the
want, you
story.
could go write red sands with his
We could
disemboweled.
we could carve RS on.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they wouldn't know it's Red Sands by RS. Maybe the whole thing. We need a brand, and then put it in fire. You know fire stuff. And then we brand their like forehead or something.
Listen, we're not monsters entirely.
I forgot.
That's debatable.
You would.
Raina, ask him if there's any other hunters that might do this to us.
So how often do you kill other people for kudu?
Well, we never killed anyone for kudu. We always win.
So the other people that you attacked didn't die?
We didn't have to.
Oh, so these guys usually win, but they lost to us because we are pretty good at this.
Well,
Apparently.
that's unfortunate. Well, sucks to be you. So this is the plan. We're going to get you and your live friends on your feet. We're going to bundle up your unfortunate pal here, and we're going to have you guys drag him back with us as we tow you along, and we will get this sorted out back in town.
Okay.
It's either that or you don't make it back to town, and I'm pretty sure that, you have an opinion on those options.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
We should keep an eye on them, too. Make sure they don't
It's
cut themselves
19.
free.
He just nods his head. And says, "Very well. We'll go back. We won't be a bother."
Ask him if he has any magic. Is he going to try to pull any tricks on us?
Do you know any magic? Are you going to try to pull any tricks on us?
I'm not the magical compatriot in our party.
This guy tried casting the spell on
Does
me.
Sherry say,
Insight check.
does Sherry say answer his questions or answer his questions
60.
truthfully?
Just
I
answer.
just
be
said
telling
answer
the truth.
questions.
Okay. I'll still gag him anyway.
Okay, let's get this bundle up. We've got to get back
Oh, sorry.
before later. Or the afternoon.
The priest just just flailing around, and you see the gag is just dripping with saliva.
You did this to yourself, you know.
Let me help you with that and prestidigitation.
He looks over at you.
You're very welcome.
If we lived in a world gripped with a global pandemic, all the spit and bile would be very disconcerting.
Speaking of which, can you clean this up on
Oh
my
yes,
face?
of course, yes. Well, I can't do your whole face.
Just the prestidigitation.
oh,
part.
cleaning. I thought you want to. Never mind.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yes, I can do that.
So you guys get
used
them
to being
all
insulted.
organized. You're able to get the other one awake, and they're just kind of slogging along. They've got the crud kicked out of them, except for the cleric, of course. He's moving just fine.
Do we get that short rest in before we?
Yeah, you got your short rest.
Alright.
Need that.
And you guys eventually make it back to the city. You're pushing your time. You're probably like 2:30 right now, but you're able to make it back into Gorachir Promenade with your kudu. Now, you see some of the as you guys are coming into town, you see some of the guards approach you, and they're like, "What's going on?"
Well, we were attacked by these individuals on our way back with our kudu, and we stopped them and we brought them to town to, I guess, have you guys figure out what to do with them.
Managed to keep most of them alive. Unfortunate about the other one, but just didn't get to him in time.
Well, that's good of you, but I think we're going to need to escort you.
Of course.
Please don't
Understood.
kill us. It
Oh,
looks
no,
like you
understood.
could kill people.
Listen, we were the, this was all self-defense. Like,
I
we're
believe you.
totally
but
willing to come,
We'll have to make sure that that's true. And the guards escort you to the promenade. Some clerics and paladins come out, and very stern looking. You see a dragonborn there. Kind of a brownish scale color with flecks of blue around. And she comes up and she says, "What happened here?"
Good madam, we were participating in the kudu hunt, and we were trying to follow all of the rules as religiously as we could. And as we were finishing up our hunt, these individuals viciously attacked us. We had to fight for our lives. We managed to subdue most of them, but unfortunately one did succumb to the wounds. And so we've brought them back to face justice for their crimes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I actually have something in this one. Oh.
Guidance.
So let's wait. I have something else. Because I can add 2d4 to my roll because I'm favored by the gods.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
There's your
cool.
D4. I always forget I have that.
That would come in handy.
I haven't heard that. Yeah.
Time to use it.
Yeah.
Is that thanks to Jim and Abby?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 5, 9, plus 5 to that.
14.
14.
14? Okay. So as you begin telling this, she looks at you and she says, "Is that so?" And she turns over to the main archer that was shooting at you guys, and she asks, "Is that what happened?" And he responds, "No, my lady. We were hunting the kudu ourselves, and we had caught a larger kill. As you can see, they've brought it back, and they thought that if they brought us as well, that we'd be able to be their scapegoat for their actions, and we are the victims here, and they killed one of mine." And she looks at him and she says, "You've long hunted with us, and I want to believe in your tale."
We would request a truth or a truth zone, truth area, truth.
Zone of Truth is what she's asking for. I
Maybe,
mean, I could prepare the spell myself if you give me a day to rest.
We can cast that.
And we are 100% willing to succumb to this zone of truth and
Yeah.
answer questions.
They attacked an old man.
They actually did fire
I
upon him
got
first. He got
hurt the most out of everyone, and it hurt. Okay, these should be. It's just annoying. Okay.
see the red blood on those blue robes.
Yeah, see this arrow wound that it got healed, but
Why don't you ask him to describe how he killed the kudu, and then check the kudu.
yes,
Yes, we have no idea where their
Yes.
kills are, but these are the ones we hunted ourselves.
we could describe how we killed them.
Indeed. Well, casting spells does cost money. That is a good alternative.
Well, we took a lot from them, so we could.
Bring the kudu to the temple.
I
We
did-
will examine them, and then we will ask each of you how they were killed.
I don't remember.
This might work to our advantage. I bit one in the neck. I don't think any of them can do it. I mean, maybe the druid could have.
And like
but-
3 of them would have scorch marks on them from my scorching rays.
Precisely.
And at least one of them would show signs of being hit by a Kashaka bow.
Why are we telling them in front of them?
I mean, no, this is just
Oh,
like,
okay.
this would be our stories as they ask us
I
how they were
forgot you bought a
killed.
bow, didn't you?
Yes, I bought
right.
the Kashaka bow.
Okay. So they take the kudu, they go back, examine them, and then they come back out and begin questioning each of you on how they were killed. And you guys are able to answer perfectly. And just for the sake of brevity, and there's no point in rolling here, the others are not able to answer appropriately. And she turns to them. Let me pull up their names real quick.
Doofus 1 and Doofus 2.
Doofus 2, yeah, right. And she says, Cthulhu, you are a liar. And you are not permitted ever to compete in this hunt again. And you will be going to prison for at least a year.
Poor baby.
And he just grumbles to himself and glares at each of you in turn.
I wave back at them.
And they are hauled off towards the tower prison, which again is called Kolizit, the Kolizit prison. So that tower on the river.
I want to do something messed up.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to make myself look like their fallen friend and give them a blow them a kiss.
Okay, so you do that, and the clerics and paladins around, they look at you and with kind of a look of disgust, but they don't do anything. And the other three, they before their hands are bound, they give you some very rude gestures for the area.
You deserve all of that.
And you hear
I'm just chuckling. Arden, you're spending way too much time with me.
I say, may Uvamar bless you to not do anything so stupid again in the future.
You hear Cthulhu shout at you. This isn't the last you've seen of us. We'll be back. And we'll tear out your throats next time.
Just hope this is the last you've seen of us.
And they
Remember, tell your
As
friends
he
it's the
says that,
red
I use
sand.
thaumaturgy. As Ranger says that, I use thaumaturgy to make the ground shake.
Okay, sounds good. So they cart them off, and the priests and the clerics are like, well, so much for getting all the kudu we needed, but
I mean,
is what it is. We'll make do.
Listen, we got a few extras kind of by accident in the fray.
well, didn't they say they had already got their hunt? So their hunt was probably in the bushes somewhere where they ambushed us.
It's possible that, we may have missed that. We can give them the location to say there might be a few,
Okay,
Things there.
thank you. We'll go see if we can search and maybe we can get them prepared by evening.
I know we seem like a bunch of jerks, and we are, but, we obviously were trying to do this.
We don't want to be bad people.
Not always.
Well,
That's good. I hope you're never bad people.
Never while people are watching.
He's
Interesting.
he is an interesting one.
He's a little old and senile. He thought we were part of a different conversation there, I'm sure.
I see. Well, my name is Maifen. And
Sorry, it's what?
My friend.
Maifen?
My friend!
My friend.
No.
Oh.
So that's Myephen.
Of course, PH.
makes sense
I just
for me.
have to make it so that you guys, get some critical thinking skills in
I just wrote it down as my fin.
Maifen.
It's Stephen with a PH.
Ben?
Stephen.
Steven, yeah.
But
I be my
I
friend.
appreciate you participating in the hunt, and we'll weigh these. See if you end up the victors, and hopefully Mashingu's boon will be yours. But if you happen to have a moment, I wouldn't mind chatting with you at some point about some things that the church needs done in the area.
Oh, you
So
had
feel
me
free
until
to-
you said the church.
I was gonna say we're not church people. I don't know if that strikes.
The church hasn't really
you.
helped us.
We are money
okay.
people, if that helps.
The church can pay.
Oh, that's then. We're definitely the church people that we need.
Definitely those type of church people.
The higher you pay, the more devout we get.
I see. Well,
I
we
worship a
certainly
god.
can pay.
I mean, I'm just in it for the stories.
We certainly can pay. And come visit me at the temple when you get a moment. We'll see if there's something we can do.
Will our friends be allowed into the temple? Normally
friends?
they're not.
Which friends?
That
I
one.
wave.
Yes.
We'll permit it.
Can we get a hall pass?
I will alert our guards to know that a tiefling and company will be coming to the temple potentially.
Why did we call it the Red Sands? We could have called it a Tiefling and Company.
We also could have called it Friends of Arden.
Pretty good. I like that.
Red Sands Tieflingers.
Tiefling and company.
I mean, if your name was Oliver,
But they take your kudu. They go and weigh them, start processing. They process the other kudu. And they begin preparing for the ceremony of the victors. You guys are, just engaging in the regular festivities around here at the moment. It's the last day of the festival, and we are going to end the episode there, and we'll pick up next time with the ceremony of the victor. Thanks for listening.
You have been listening to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the Rollfair team. Copyright 2021 by Rollfair LLC. All rights reserved. Visit us online at rollfair.com.